Hello, and welcome to another episode of Timeout Talk with me, TOT. This is episode Trey. I still ain't got my endorsement, so nobody want to endorse me, but it's all good though. Thank you for tuning in again. This is going to be an interesting episode. So as always, I try to talk about things that are more tailored towards me, than when I'm telling my experiences and not trying to tell somebody something that I don't really know about or something that I don't personally believe. But this is something that I have a lot of experience with and something that I deal with. So I think others may be able to relate, and that's saying no. And what do you mean? What do I mean by saying no? Saying no is hard. It's hard for me. It's been really hard for me at a lot of times in my life, saying no. And you think like, oh yeah, how is it hard? You just say no. It's just no, right? They teach you like, what was we taught in elementary? Say no to drugs. I couldn't even say no to drugs, man. Drugs so good. I'm totally kidding. But saying no is hard. I mean, whether it be like, peer pressure type saying no, or, family, saying no to family, like, hey, can I borrow your car? I really don't want you to, and I want to say no, but shit, here's the fucking keys. I've been put in a lot of those situations in my life. I know especially when it comes to people that I'm really close with, it's really hard for me to say no, especially my siblings. Like, I feel like the way we were raised, sometimes we were together, sometimes we weren't. Sometimes in really bad situations, I hate to see them go without anything. So me personally, if I can do anything about anything they're struggling with, it's hard for me to say no if they ask me. Like I can turn a blind eye like it's nobody's business. But if they're going through something and they're like, hey man, JOT, Jatori, JT, whatever, Tori, hey man, like bro, like I need you, like I'm down and out, like man, I need a couple of bucks. I need a ride. I need a couch to sleep on. I need somebody to come take me over here. If I can do it, it's really hard for me to say no. There have been times in my life where it's been impossible for me to say no to those kind of requests. Like if I had the ability to do it, like if somebody like, hey, I need a ride, and I'm like, well, shit, I'm riding the bus. And there's nothing I can do about that. And even then, I'll probably be like, oh, let me see who I can call to get you a ride so you can make it to this whatever. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's when it comes to the people I'm close with, like just knowing any of them that have been without, and if I'm in the position to where I can give, it's hard for me to not give. And I've been to the point where I've given more than I should be able to give, more than I could give, and put myself in bad situations because I've given all that I have for someone else to be comfortable, and left me in an uncomfortable situation or uncomfortable situations, because it's happened on more than one occasion. But like I said, we gotta have boundaries. We have to be okay with having those boundaries and being able to tell people no, and not feeling bad that they're gonna be mad at you or whatever it is. If they ask you for something and you say no and they mad at you, then those probably not good people to be giving things to in the first place, especially if you giving to them is going to put you on your ass and they still mad that you won't put yourself in a bad position to help them out. A lot of people are really selfish when it comes to stuff like that. They're like, oh, you got it. You can give it to me. I don't care if it leaves you with nothing. Yeah, but boundaries. Don't ever be apologetic or sad or upset or, feel any type of negative way about yourself for having boundaries. We got to have boundaries. Because that's how we keep ourselves safe. I mean, it's okay to stay within your box. Set those boundaries, and if somebody try to step in them where you don't want them or try to pull you out of your boundaries, then, let them know. No. You gotta be comfortable saying no. We have to get comfortable saying no. I have to get comfortable saying no. I've been working on it. I've been a lot better with it. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been perfect with it. I mean, I still give away when I don't want to give away. I still say yes in situations where I don't want to do things. Obviously, like I said, it's something that I'm still working on. Obviously, my boundaries aren't fully solidified yet. Like I've kind of laid them, so I know when somebody's like stepping on them and stepping over them and stepping into them. But it's still the saying no to those people that are really close to me that has been really hard. So I want to know if you'd be willing in the comment section to talk to me about your boundaries. What kind of boundaries do you have? Have you ever been in a situation where somebody has kind of tried to fuck up your boundaries and make you feel bad about it? I feel like that happens to a lot of people. I see it pretty often. Somebody will be, doing a little Facebook rant or whatever. Hey, do your business, whatever it is you do. I mean, I ain't mad at a little Facebook rant. I love a little drama to read that ain't got nothing to do with me. But, I see it sometimes, and people, they talk about their boundaries being crossed, and they don't really realize them as boundaries or whatever. But that'd be what it is. And you'll get the people that's like upset. They're like, oh, this person would do that to me. F them. Blah 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 blah. Don't let that make you feel bad. Don't let that make you feel like a fucked up person for having boundaries. Now I know there are many different no's that I'm talking about. I mean, even when it comes to like my work shit, like somebody asks me to do something, especially when it's work related, like it's a lot harder for me to say no at my job. Like it'd be some stupid ass requests and I'd be like, yo, Johnson, we need to do this. We got this and we got this. And I'm like, bro, that shit is dumb. That shit is dumb. And me being an expert in my field, ooh, I'm an expert and shit. But I do feel like I am an expert at what I do. I should feel more comfortable saying no. But that's not always the case, especially when it's, like top level, like leadership type shit that, you're being asked to do. On a lower level, I'm fully comfortable saying like, nah, and let me give you a better way to do it. And I think that's sometimes what we can do instead of, even in like the family situations when it's like hey, can I borrow $100 because my kids don't have milk? If you're not comfortable saying no because it's gonna fuck you up and fuck up your, shit you got going on, maybe you can give them another way to meet that same objective. Like, hey, okay, you need $100 because your kids don't got milk. Look, it'll put me out if I gave it to you, but I know it's a dairy farm right down the block. We can go milk some cows ourselves. We could just, take a bucket and head out. I don't know. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just like having those little options, giving people other things that they can do. And a lot of people still won't even appreciate that shit. I mean, I've tried that before too, so you want to tell somebody no, but you kind of feel bad. So you try to give them other options and things that they can do. And they're like, no, I'm stuck on this exact thing. I need it from you. You give it to me. And you like, that's one thing I refuse to do anymore, though. I say I refuse, and I guess I still fall victim to it. I ain't perfect. I'll never come on here and act like I'm perfect and I got everything figured out, because I fucking don't. But yeah, I mean, I definitely still struggle with that shit, But it's I try to do that though. I give people options. Like, hey, look, I can't help you. I'm not even in the fucking country right now, but I got a brother that's, around the block. I got a couple of brothers over there. They can come help you move your shit or whatever if you really need a truck to borrow or some shit like that, And if they don't want it, then that's their fucking problem. Like, I'm done internalizing people's problems. You tell me your problem, I'll listen, I love you, I'll respect you, I'll try to help you figure it out. But as soon as you try to make that problem my problem that has nothing to do with me, like my fucking boundaries. I made a triangle that time, a pyramid. Yeah, it's my boundaries, man. You can't impede upon my boundaries. Don't try to make me feel uncomfortable and bring your problems onto me. And I'm not saying this like on a personal level, like this is something that just recently happened to me or some shit, It was just something that was on my mind that I was thinking about, saying boundaries, saying no to people. I said, I'm better with it than I was, maybe 6-7 years ago. But it's always a problem. And I just want other people to understand that it's okay to have boundaries. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to not want to be around people. It's okay to not want to go out to the club or go hang out with this friend whenever they call and ask and you feel guilty and blah, blah, blah. And it's okay to not want to do things. You know, it's not the end of the fucking world if you tell somebody no. And if it is the end of the world or end of that relationship, when you tell them no, then that's not somebody that deserves to be in your life, in my personal opinion. That's not somebody I want in my life, somebody that's going to be pissed off and make drama because I tell them no to any request. No matter what my reason is for saying no, you should just respect it and take my no as it is. That's cool, right? You know, I try to be a reasonable dude. That was a really little quick topic I wanted to talk about. I was actually talking to a good buddy that I have while I'm here. I need to stop shifting around. And they were, this individual, she's really bad at saying no, especially like on the spot. That's how you get people though, right? If you want something, you go to them like in their face and you ask them like, hey, can I get this? Can you help me with this? Because it's a lot harder to say no when somebody's in your face. Somebody call you on the phone, you be like, nah, and then, you know, you can kind of hang up anytime or lose signal, you know, or somebody texts you, boom, that's super easy. You be like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, when somebody's in your face, it's a lot hard, like looking you in your fucking ocular scams, it's a lot harder to say no. And off topic a little bit, but she is one of those people that's, you know, she has a lot of trouble saying no to individuals in person. And, you know, I love listening to her stories, you know, talk about all the issues she has. And I've kind of seen it in person when people are like ask her stuff. And I've seen her in like situations where, dang, somebody asked her something in her face and now she got to say, you know, yes, and regret it later, or try to fix it later. But, I don't know. I just thought it would be an interesting topic to talk about. And it's, like I said, it's less about saying yes or no. And this episode is really more about knowing, actually setting boundaries, knowing where you want those boundaries to be and actually setting them so, you know, you can stay comfortable and not be put in shitty situations based on, you know, what somebody else's desires are. Because, I mean, would they be willing to fuck up their boundaries for you? I mean, would they put themselves out for you? And that's kind of how I look at it. Like, that's why, like I said, with my siblings and the people that's close to me, I'm like, damn, you know, I feel like if I asked them, they would probably hook me up. Like, it's hard for me to say no. But if somebody asks me for something to do something that I don't want to do and I don't feel like it needs to be done or whatever, if it's somebody that's like, I can see them denying my request for the same shit, then you making it too easy for me. I can for sure say no to that. But I try to do it in a tactful way and still give them other options. Because I'm a nice guy. I try to be a nice guy. Whew. Namaste. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Timeout Talks with me, TOT. If you like this topic, you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Like, if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Like I said, I always say in the comment section, let me know what you didn't like about it. If you disagree with how I handle things, you have a better way to handle these type of things, let me know. If you've been put down and out by somebody for not being able to say no and giving up your last, I love hearing stories like that. Bring it to me. Drop it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Share the video with your friends, family, so you can kind of explain to them, hey, this is why I'm going to be telling you no, because this guy told me what boundaries are and that I don't have to be ashamed of them anymore and that I can have them and it's okay. You know, I'm there for you. I'm here for you. You know, I can do that. I can be that person that explains it. But like I said, most importantly, subscribe and keep tuning in. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I think I should have a guest coming on and should be interesting. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep it rocking and stay solid.
I don't know what I wanna be, but I know I don't wanna be everything that you want me to be. You don't get to see what you want me to be. I don't know be what you want me to be.
I'm fucking disgusted and I ain't been crying. I've been chopping up some onions or some dust in my eye. Whatever reason I could muster that you'll believe, cause I'm no longer a kid. I wipe the snot on my sleeve. Like look at me, I'm 6 feet and still don't know when I grow what I wanna be. It's a toss up, a astronaut, a crack pot, a nigga standing on the corner, help sign in a cup. I can tell you what they all thought they was wishing. You won't see Dawn, no dish detergent in the kitchen. You'll be like your mom and poof, one day you're missing. Pull ops like your pops till you end up in prison. That's your best hope, cook dope, it's your future. Crazy motherfucker, probably end up in the institution. I hug trees, you trash, I hate pollution. Glassmaker was your dad, and we looking right through you, little nigga.